LASP is the Laboratory for Atmospheric and Space Physics. It's a research institute of the University of Colorado at Boulder. So over all those decades, LASP has really studied the sun, its temper tantrums, if you will, and has really tried to understand how those temper tantrums ultimately affect the Earth environment.
Space weather is similar to terrestrial weather, and it's essentially things that come from the sun, particles that come from the sun, and impinge upon the Earth's magnetosphere in ways that affect human technologies, affects our daily lives, and so we call that space weather.
Severe space weather can have the impacts on the power grid, on communication satellites, on GPS, the global positioning system, on all kinds of technological systems that we rely on every day. The superstorm of 2012 was a fascinating event. This disturbance that occurred was as powerful as anything that's ever been seen on the sun. It really released a powerful coronal mass ejection, a large blast of material, about 10 billion tons of material that was moving out about 8 million miles an hour from the sun's surface. If that event had occurred about a week earlier, the Earth would have been subjected to as powerful a storm as ever as in recorded history. We'd probably still be picking up the pieces in some respects here years later.
I'm Dr. Allison Janes, a research scientist at LASP.
My name is Daniel Baker. I'm director of the Laboratory for Atmospheric and Space Physics. The holy grail for our work is to have a truly predictive capability.
It's very difficult to mitigate space weather effects since there's no barrier that you can effectively place. However, having that predictive capability and knowing what's happening with a little bit of time, you could do things such as temporarily turn off sensitive systems so that when this barrage of particles hits Earth or hits our atmosphere, they don't get affected as much as they would had they been on. The space around Earth is part of our lives now, since we rely on satellites for so much of our communications and daily lives. And I think just getting a better understanding of the world in which we live includes that space above our heads.